J Bachelor Hip Hop Weekly magazine. Now this is a very special edition of Hip Hop Weekly. This is almost family to the company at this point, man. We've been connecting with you for a little minute.
Yes, sir.
You invited us out to LA, man, to come kick it with you. First off, thanks for the invite, brother. Thanks for the invitation. We appreciate that, man. Kind of talk to us about LA, man. How you loving it?
Man, I love it. LA is home. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm from. Even though I moved to Virginia, every time I come back to LA, it's like I pick up where I left off. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. I thank y'all for having me, or for y'all to be here. You know what I'm saying? For me to be in y'all presence as well.
And you know, this is not just a situation we sit down and talk. I mean, we chopped it up before the interview. We talked about the aspirations you have and why you're in the game, and even the opportunities that you're presenting to other artists.
Right.
So before I even hop into all the things you're doing, kind of talk to our Hip Hop Weekly audience about the guys you're putting on right now, the artists that are coming up under you.
Okay. Well, we got Young Reefer J, which is my son. You know what I'm saying? He's spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all lyrical people out there that like the lyricals, that Young Reefer J, watch out for him. Tattoo the artist. Me and my wife started our own label, Lavish Entertainment, so they're gonna be coming through Lavish Entertainment independently. And that's it, man. They next.
Absolutely. You talk about lyricism in music. A lot of people feel like that's missing today, but I want to know that on your new project, Game Point, you got one of my favorite lyricists right now. You got Corey Guns on track 2.
Yeah.
So early in the project, you're going into that lyrical side.
Yeah.
How did you and Corey connect?
Me and Corey connected through Knots. Knots connected me and Corey. Knots actually did that track, you know, for that song, Hood Love. And Corey was just a down-to-earth dude, man. He was cool. We bonded. He flew from New York. We did the video, shot the video in Virginia. It was love. Corey was just cool.
Absolutely. And I know from listening to your music and just kind of connecting with you that you're not the kind of guy to just throw anybody on your project.
Right.
So what was it about Corey Guns that made you say, you know what, this is a good fit for what I'm doing?
Just him for being the person who he is, you know what I mean, and for him to, you know, I mean, he one of the hottest spitters out there right now that I've heard, you know what I'm saying, not to diss any of the other spitters out there, but I think Corey Guns, you know what I mean, when you tell him to bust a freestyle, man, he'll be here busting for like 3 hours, you know what I'm saying, and not only that, but just, you know, he you know, obviously his father been in the game for a minute, you know, and he learned from the best, you know, and he's just a real dude, down to earth dude, man, all the way around. And I think he's underrated, you know, and that's why I wanted him as a part of this project. I think it'll help both of us.
Excellent. Before the interview, you and I were just kind of talking about the many features you have in this project.
Right.
So you start out, the first feature is Corey Guns. The listener jumps into track 3, and you've got Exhibit. Now, Exhibit was one of the first guys that I ever interviewed in media. You know, we talked about that. Really genuine guy.
Yep.
How did that one come together? The track's called Turn Me Back.
Turn Me Back.
Tell us about that song first off.
That song is pretty much talking about, you know, no matter how far you go in life. I came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I came from the ghetto. You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. So, you know, everybody around me was going through the same thing, you know, the same situations. We all struggled together. And when you work hard to make it out, you have some people that's steady trying to pull you back, trying to turn you back, or try to turn you back to do the stupid things you was doing when you was young, you know, whatever it is. So that's just saying, you know, you wake up every day and there's somebody out there that's gonna push your buttons, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta say, you know what, I can't do, just stay focused, move forward, and don't let them turn you back.
Exactly. Before the interview, we were just kind of hanging out together, talking about VA, and I was asking you, what's the music scene like? But I want you to kind of really explain to our audience what it's like being in Virginia, trying to create music in a state that, although they've given us Timberland, Missy, Pharrell, Pusha T, Malice, doesn't get that recognition that it deserves. Talk to us about VA a little bit.
You know what, my experience with VA, man, like I said, I'm from Cali. I'm from Cali all day, and I was, you know, raised out here. I ran the streets, I did the music, I was in the music scene. I never made it when I was here. I never gained any type of success when I was here. But when I went to Virginia is when I started getting noticed by the LA people. you know, and the Virginia.
Why does it work?
I don't know. It's like, you know what, you go over there and I guess you're the big fish in a little pond. But here, you know, you're the small fish in a big pond. So I guess I stood out a little bit more over there. And then connecting with Knots at the same time, you know, was a good thing. He like a brother to me, you know what I'm saying? So we always working on tracks together. We got several tracks together, you know, so.
There's a lot of, I would imagine when I look at what the caliber of artists that, because VA has produced some superstars.
Definitely.
I would imagine that there's a lot of talent or diamonds in the rough in that era.
Most definitely.
Right?
Most definitely.
So when we talk to, you know, when we talk about having talent and leaving where you're from and going somewhere else and finding success and coming back home, what's it like for you now when you come back to LA and you put, you know, you give your music out and you interact with the streets? I mean, how are people reacting to your new music?
They're loving it. They're loving it, man. And I think more people are recognizing it now, you know. And I think, you know, by me keep pushing it out there, you know, at one point in time I said, you know what, forget it. You know what I'm saying? The music wasn't really making no money or anything. So I had to break into the real estate thing and start doing something else. You know, I had to really deal with reality. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, it's a whole different feeling, man. When I come to LA, it's, you know, they accept, I think they accept me more. I think it's the fact that I still, even though I've been living in Virginia since like 2000, I still represent the West, you know, and I still have that in my heart and I still rep that. So when they know that I keep it real. So when I come here, you know, I can go to the streets or I can go in the hills, I can go wherever and be accepted. So, you know, and as far as the album, man, they loving it. I mean, it's real stuff, man. Game Point it was I pretty much, when I did that album, it was pretty much taking my life and putting it all in 47 minutes. You know, because I never got the chance to do it when I was younger. So now that I get a chance to do it by myself, I did it, and you know, this is it. That's my life from when I started up until now. And so now I got other music, man. We got like probably 70 songs in the vault.
So when you're creating so much music, right, and you know it's with the end goal of releasing a project, how do you narrow down the 13 to 15 cuts that you're gonna give to the streets? How do you choose out of 100?
It's hard. It's hard. You know, and it's not a self project. It's not something I can do by myself. It's something that I had a team of people, you know, sitting in there saying, hey, what do you think? And I'll invite people over to the studio, you know, just to listen, you know, for like listen sessions. Everywhere I go, I let somebody hear it. Like, you know, tell me what you think about this. Won't even say that it's me. You know, tell me what you think about this. So that's pretty much it, man.
So you were asking people their honest opinion, say, hey, check this guy out.
Right.
Because you didn't want anyone to say, oh, it's dope because they know it's you.
Yeah, be a yes man. Yeah, man.
To spare feelings.
Exactly.
Right. Now, you know what's interesting, in hip hop, a lot of times you find this self-made kind of bravado, right?
Right.
But you're saying that, hey, this was an effort that took a lot of people to help bring to fruition.
Right.
Who are some of the people that, how do you decide who's fit to hear what you're bringing to the table? Who's fit to weigh their opinion and whose opinion you value? How do you choose those people?
You know who's real. You know, you can, it's a vibe that you get. You know somebody that's gonna tell you the truth as opposed to somebody that's gonna come and say, oh yeah, it's dope just because they wanna tell you what you wanna hear. You know, so I got my friends that I have around me are not yes men. You know, they're men that are gonna tell me, hey man, that shit's whack. You know, or whatever. If it's whack, then, you know, I might stick with it and beef it up a little bit, or I might say, okay, that's your opinion, and I keep going with it. But if I got a certain amount of people saying the same thing, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I need to regroup. You know, so before I put myself out there like that, I got my friends to say, nah, man, that ain't it.
Absolutely.
You know?
I wanna jump back to the project. One of my favorite new singers. He's not new, but he's really. This is his moment to really let himself be known to the public. BJ the Chicago Kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did that happen? He's on the project, by the way.
He is. BJ, another cool guy, man. Very down to earth guy from Chicago. BJ was on tour in Virginia. He was out there with Schoolboy Q. He came through, and that's another. I was with Knots. So I met him then when he came. When he came for his concert that day, he ended up coming to the studio with me that day. We got in the studio. I already had like one verse down to the beat or whatever. And I told him, look, man, I need a hook. I need a good hook. I didn't have nothing in mind. But I said, man, this is it. So he stood, smoked a blunt real quick, and he was like, okay, 2 minutes. Dude, he's like, all right, get me in the booth, turn the mic on, knocked it out. And I thought it was beautiful, man. I thought it was beautiful, and the song is just a laid-back song to where, if you're going through something, whether it's with your girl or, life, period, and you just need to roll up and ride out.
For those not initiated with your music, I want to give them a chance to get familiar.
Okay.
So what are 3 tracks that are currently available online from you they can check out? And then what makes each of those tracks special to you? Okay.
I would say definitely the one you mentioned, Ride Out, with BJ the Chicago Kid. That's very special to me. I mean, it's a feel-good song. It's one of them laid-back, outcast type songs, so I think you would definitely feel it. It's not none of the new age rap, so that one definitely number 1. Matter of fact, that song made number 5 on the grassroots charts, so that did pretty good. The second one I would say Turn Me Back with Exhibit, and that was produced by Knots. That one, just because I know it could, a lot of people can relate to it. We've all been somewhere or have somebody that's trying to pull you back at some point in your life has happened. So I just think that's just a 100% real song. So that one, and I would say my third would be Back in the Day with The Game. That one, first of all, because I got The Game on it. I appreciate him for doing that for me, man. That was love. But that one is just taking it back to my roots. I'm talking about, back in the day, little nappy head nigga from around the way, from where I grew up at. So it's pretty much just giving you my story on how I grew up. And it's 3 different, Knots is on that track as well. Knots produced that track as well. And so it's like almost like a Tales from the Crypt type of thing. Everybody telling their different stories. Those one of the ones you just got to put it on, man, and just sit back and just listen, just roll to it and just listen to it, man. But it's got the back in the day whole feel, the track feel like
It's a full meal.
It is.
It's not this fast food music we're getting. This is something you really have to sit there
and you can listen. You can listen because I'm talking to you. I'm not just mumbling to you. I'm talking to you.
Absolutely. Well, we invited him out to A3C.
Yes, sir.
He didn't make it out to our show last year, man. I'm a little mad about that, man. But look, we did the invite. You heard it on camera. He said he's coming through. All right. Yo, I wanna before we close out, tell the people the project is out right now.
Yes, sir.
What's the very next thing for you coming up after this?
After the game point, I'm releasing Coach Presents Young Reefer J and Tattoo, where it's still me in the mix. I'm still with them. My name is still attached to everything. As far as I guess I can be the feature now. Since I've paid some dues where I got features on my project, so now I'm going to feature on this project and try to introduce them to the world.
Absolutely. Paving the way. That's what it's all about, man. Creating positive energy, positive music, and letting the young cats come in and do their thing as well. Coach, man, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I just want to tell them, if I can, man, the album is in stores, Game Point. You can buy it online or you can buy it physically in stores. Go get it. Go get that. It's definitely real music. It's something you definitely want to hear. I think you will love it. And you can follow me on Twitter at Iamkoache. That's Instagram and Twitter. Iamkoache, Koache.
Coach J Bachelor, Hiphopweekly. Game Point in stores now. Features from Corey Guns, one of my favorite young lyricists. Exhibit, The Game, BJ the Chicago Kid, Young Reefer J, Tattoo the Artist, and there's some more surprises on there. All right? Don't sleep on that. And trust me, it's not our last time sitting down with Coach J Bachelor, Hiphopweekly magazine.
You know it.
And we out.
Drop it on them, drop it on them, drop it on them, gon' drop it on them, 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 shorty drop it on them, drop it on them, drop it on them. Drop it on them like it's heavy, baby, do that. Niggas over there looking at you like, who that? Man, that's a badass chick. I done seen some bad bitches, but she bad as it get. Booty popping like an automatic handgun. Baby clocking bands, cause she all that and then some. Money talk bullshit, shut the fuck up, shorty.